Hello everyone and happy 2025. I cannot believe it's 2025 already. I don't know how the years are passing, and they're passing just way too fast. I just remember when I started my channel in 2009 and now we're 2025 and I just, what the hell? Calm down world, you're going a little bit too fast for us. Today is going to be another makeup tutorial, and of course starting off the year with a funky look. I cannot get enough of the LightWork Freedom palette from Danessa Myricks, and I am pairing it up today with the GroundWork also from Danessa Myricks. I've used this in my previous tutorial and I'm like, I need to do something else with this palette, and this is the look that I came up with. Now I'm gonna leave the inspiration picture in the description box down below for you guys if you want to go ahead and check it out on Pinterest, but I did get inspired by an amazing and gorgeous girl that created this look, and I'll just leave it in the description box so you guys go check it out. I can't wait to show you guys how I created this look, but before I go ahead and do that, if you're new here to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. It really means a lot to me, and if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video, and I would love to have you guys a part of the Light family that I have here on my channel. So if you guys would like to know how I created this beautiful look, please keep on watching. Let's get started. I am so excited about this one. I feel like it's such a really sick look. Sick in a good way. Let me just fix here a little bit. I feel like there's some eyeshadow that went a little bit crazy. There you go. So easy to fix. That's why I love makeup. There you go. So let's go ahead and start. So first thing I'm gonna start off with is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and that is gonna go on the lid area. And then taking my finger and I'm gonna smooth it and blend it out. I'm diving into the Danessa Myricks GroundWork palette. This was the first neutral palette that I purchased from Danessa Myricks. Actually lies, actually yes, it was. Then I got the first LightWork palette that she came up with, but this was basically my first palette from her, and that's when I was obsessed. That's it. I'm gonna take this light shade right here. This is called SandStone, and I'm gonna apply SandStone. I'm gonna apply this color all over the eye area, literally just like all over, just swiping it all over. This is gonna help just mattify and neutralize the lid a little bit, because it's pretty much, the eyeshadows are pretty much concentrated in certain areas and it doesn't go everywhere. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. This is also somewhat of a weird look because we are starting with eyeliners first. So this is basically the tricky part, I do have to say, and making it look as precise and as even as possible. I'm gonna take my new dead on favorite liner ever. This is the NYX liner in Epic Ink liner in black, and we're gonna go ahead and do all of the outlines. Now I'm gonna try my best to have it match up as much as possible, and if it's not as close then it's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and create an outer V, a little C, reversed C up here, and we're gonna do this swirly thing, also rounding it in the inner corners too. Let's cross everything that we can cross, and hopefully this works out. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this because I also need to concentrate and have a little silent moment for me to be able to do this. There you go. That actually worked out very well. I mean, in my eyes. Kind of looks okay. So now comes in the eyeshadow part. So I'm taking the GroundWork palette, and the first color I'm taking, it is this beautiful black shade right here. It does have a slight shimmer in it, but it doesn't really come off as much when it's applied. This one is called Tourmaline, and I'm gonna grab this black with a small little pencil brush. This is what I would recommend for this look. A lot of small detailed brushes like so. Even something like this, you will see why. But anything that's small and detailed, it's basically what is required most for this look, so you can get the most precision as possible. Now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take the black shade, and I'm gonna start merging it with the liner and blending it with the liner as well. And it's crazy how this liner works so well with eyeshadows blended with it. I feel like it just camouflages so well with the eyeshadows, and that's why I'm just like obsessed with this liner, and also with Danessa Myricks, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending this black into the liner and just basically hugging it with the liner. So I'm just gonna go very, very lightly with this. I'm not gonna go crazy, but just make sure, and don't worry about it getting into like the negative spaces. That's when this little brush comes in hand. With a little bit of foundation, you can just go ahead and clean it up after. So don't worry about that. So I'm just gonna go and start blending this black with the liner. And I'm gonna go do the same thing on the outer corners. Try to get it into that little crevice right here as much as possible. And start blending this black inside and fading it with the liner too. And don't worry about it making it so perfect. I mean, all of the colors that's gonna come with it after, it kind of blends in together and makes the look more seamless. But you want to make sure that the corners are pretty dark enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this reversed C shape. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up, and again, doesn't really need to be perfect, so just make sure that you have it filled up. So once you have this black placed, honestly, that's all you need to do. It's just simple, easy, nothing crazy. And then I'm gonna take this kind of like a burnt orange color, also from the Danessa Myricks palette, and this is called Core. This is my favorite color in this whole palette. And I'm gonna take Core and I'm gonna start buffing it and blending it with the black. This is kind of when that little hint of orange come through. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start buffing it and blending it, and also bringing it on the upper corner right here and blend it with the brow. And that's gonna give you nice, that smoky look effect, which is absolutely stunning. It's gorge. It's absolutely gorge. The whole look is just insane, and it's my top favorite look, honestly. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the outer corners too, merging Core with the black and blending. The trick with this is just having a really good blending effect with this. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this reversed V, just having and keeping a light hand and just kind of smoking it out and blending it out. Again, it could be messy, it could be really dirty looking, that's fine. You're gonna go ahead and clean it up anyways with the foundation later, and I'll show you how to do that. Next, I'm also taking Core and I'm going to be blending it like crazy on the lower lash line like this. And I don't want to bring it all the way down here. So I'm just really just concentrating that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Tourmaline, which is the black shade. And I'm going to just create a little smudge of a fade on the outer corners right here. Just a little smudge. Now I'm going to take, I have a little bit of my foundation at the back of my hand right here. I'm using the Makeup by Mario foundation. This is in shade 7C, and I'm just gonna go ahead and buff this, clean this under my eye a little bit. The eyeshadow fallout happened. And I'm gonna take my small little synthetic brush and I'm gonna start to clean up the little negative spaces on the eye and just having it like nicely cleaned off. And then on the liner area right here, I'm taking this little brush from the Ariel and Morphe, and I'm just gonna lightly blend it out like this. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the upper side of that reversed C, and just cleaning that up like this. And if it's a little bit messy up here, I'm just gonna take the smaller brush and cleaning it off like that. Now if you find that the liner got hit a little bit, just take it again and just go over the lines. There you go. Now this part is done. I'm just gonna also actually go ahead and clean up here a little bit on the upper side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Danessa Myricks LightWork volume, I think 5 or 3, I don't know, but this is the Freedom palette and it looks like this. I've used it in my previous tutorial and I'm obsessed with it, but now I'm gonna go ahead and use the yellow / gold little thing right here. As I featured this in my previous tutorial, I mentioned that you can actually take this apart, and if ever you do want to buy just the pan themselves, then you can go ahead and also remove the pans. I'm actually scared to do that because I already jabbed my finger into this. But you can also take this little part from the actual lid. Everything is magnetized, and this is a mirror as well, and you can put it like this and take it to the go. Do I have to say more than that? No, absolutely genius, and I love it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this orange color right here. I will leave all the names in the description box down below for you guys, but this one here is called Higher, and it is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful orange shade. I'm taking it with a small little eyeshadow brush, and instantly this color just captures my heart because look how beautifully this places. It is so stunning. I can't even. Like, these eyeshadows are great with application with your finger, but also they are great with brushes. My brush is not wet, by the way, if you guys are curious. It is not wet, but if ever you want to have it more concentrated or the color showing a little bit more vibrance, then you can go ahead and wet the brush. I'm just gonna take my big fluffy brush, the first brush